Hi, dear cricket fans, subscribers, and friends of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to Cricket Happenings. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about two matches, which are two test matches which are started. One is in India, where in Nagpur, where it was a rain match. Actually, the play started after lunch, and New Zealand really struggled there. And the Indian bowlers absolutely held sway with the spoils being shared by the pace bowlers who actually gave the breakthroughs. Then the spinners Pragyan Oja and Harbhajan Singh chipping in with 3 wickets between them. And New Zealand were reduced to 148 for 7 on a rain truncated day because, as I said, the play started after lunch in Nagpur. So that is the third test at the Vidarbha Cricket Association Stadium in Nagpur. And the second match where the story was a very good effort from South Africa, I reckon, but it was that was in Abu Dhabi, where it was the second test match between South Africa and Pakistan at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi. And well, on stumps on day one, South Africa were 311 for 5. Well, there were two centuries there. Jack Scally's century, 105 of 147 balls, 12 fours and 3 sixes. AB de Villiers was undefeated at stumps, not out on 120. And there were debuts for Asad Shafiq of Pakistan, and the other debutant was the 32-year-old debutant from Pakistan. It was Mohammad Tanvir, I suppose. It was Tanvir Ahmed. Sorry, it was Tanvir Ahmed, the right arm pace bowler, and well, he did a wonderful job on his debut. He had figures of 16 overs, 2 made, and 67 runs and 4 wickets. And I'm told he's 32 years old. That is not a good age to actually make your debut. I was really surprised that Tanvir Ahmed has been not been there in the Pakistan team, and he has made his debut at the age, and he became the oldest new ball bowler to debut in a test match. That's an interesting statistic. And well, he really stood out. He bowled extremely well to get 4 for 67 and help South Africa being restricted. I wouldn't say restricted, but definitely he was the one who took 4 of the 5 wickets that fell on that particular day. And Tanvir Ahmed, I'm told he's born in Kuwait, so that is another news that I have here. Well, so just looking at the game here, let's look at the game between India and New Zealand at Nagpur first. First, I actually gave you the summary, and now I'm going to give you a brief details, I would say. Well, as far as New Zealand were concerned, they had Handy McKay actually making his debut. Ishan Sharma came in place with the injured Zahir Khan for India, and till rain after lunch play started, and well, it was actually New Zealand who won the toss and elected to bat. And well, the New Zealand openers didn't have anything going their way because there was some very good bowling from Sreesanth and Ishan Sharma. Sreesanth basically was spraying a bit around the off stump, but then settled down, and in fact he provided the breakthrough. In fact, he got 2 wickets in quick succession. The first to go was Martin Guptill, who got a beautiful delivery which squared up Martin Guptill, and he was well taken by Dhoni behind the wickets. So Martin Guptill was gone. Caught Dhoni bowled Sreesanth for 6, and Tim McIntosh, the other opener, followed him to the pavilion when Sreesanth got a ball to nip between the bat and pad gap of Tim McIntosh and his stumps. His stump was sent cartwheeling, and he was gone. Bowled Sreesanth for 4, and New Zealand were 16 for 2 at that stage. Ross Taylor and Jesse Ryder in the middle. In fact, it was a surprise. I know Brendan McCullum, the opener, couldn't bat because of the back spasms. In fact, he came later in the day. So Ross Taylor and Jesse Ryder were there in the middle. Ross Taylor played some good cut strokes, and Jesse Ryder also was just beginning to settle down. But Ishan Sharma was the one who actually had Ross Taylor when Ross Taylor got a ball which moved in sharply from Ishan Sharma and had him LBW. So Ross Taylor was sent back packing. LBW bowled Ishan Sharma for 20 of 24 balls with 3 fours, and Ross Taylor is having a very dismal series as far as India is concerned, unfortunately. Kane Williamson joined. Kane Williamson didn't trouble the scorers at all. Pragyan Oja bowled to him, and Kane Williamson offered a very tame catch to short covers where Sehwag held it, and he was walking for a duck. Daniel Vettori unfortunately played a very rank bad stroke, I would say, because what he did is a ball which is to be played properly, he tried to actually pull it, paid the penalty, it went underneath his bat and into the stumps, and Daniel Vettori was gone. Bowled by Ishan Sharma for 3. And Ishan Sharma was bowling with a lot of fire. This was something that Ishan Sharma, we have not seen. Probably Ishan Sharma is in the best of health right now, and he was really pitching the ball well, and he was getting the ball to move. But basically, what was very good to see was the pace with which he was bowling. He was bowling. He in fact bowled the fastest ball of the innings at 141. And after that, so that was the time when Vittori went 51 for 5, and then more trouble to follow. The Gareth Hopkins, the wicketkeeper, was brilliantly caught by Raina of the bowling of Pragyan Ojha for 7. Actually, Gareth Hopkins drove it and Raina held it. And he held it brilliantly, in fact, just inches off the ground, and Gareth Hopkins was gone. After that, Jesse Ryder and it was Brendan McCullum at the crease, and that was from so in fact New Zealand were in a very sorry state at the stage, 82 for 6, and after that there was a good stand between Jesse Ryder and Brendan McCullum, both of them injured players, I would say, because Jesse Ryder having some problem with his I think groin, and Brendan McCullum having a back problem. In fact, Brendan McCullum was playing with the confidence that he had, but he was really struggling because of the back spasm. If you play, it's not really easy to play the strokes. And the other end, Jesse Ryder, was having some problems too. So both had health problems. But I thought Jesse Ryder, in fact, decided to attack. He, in fact, hit one very good strokes of the bowling by swatting them, cutting them, and pulling them. So Jesse Ryder was a bit aggressive. And both of them carried the score on to 124, and that was the time when this was the wicket that India badly needed, and they got it, as Harbhajan Singh in fact got his first wicket in this test match when Jesse Ryder was caught by Suresh Raina. Another good catch taken by Suresh Raina, the bowling of Harbhajan Singh for 59, which had it contained 5 fours. So at stumps on day 1 of the first test at the Vidarbha of the third test, played at the Vidarbha Cricket Association Stadium, Jamta in Nagpur. Brendan McCullum was not out on 34 with 3 fours. Tim Southee keeping him company, not out on 7 with 1 boundary. And New Zealand finished stumps on day 1 at 148 for 7. Not a good score at all. The pitch, well, I wouldn't say the pitch, I would rather say there were some weak strokes on the batting, but definitely some credit to the Indian bowling there. Sreesan 9 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 20, looked very good. Ishan Sharma bowled a lot of fire, 13 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 32. Pragyan Ojha, as usual, bowled with a lot of guile and penetration, 19 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 49. And Harbhajan Singh, 15 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 42. And New Zealand 148 for 7. So that is the story as far as the third test, the first day of the third test in Nagpur is concerned with India and New Zealand. We go on to Abu Dhabi now. In Abu Dhabi, it was Pakistan who won the toss and elected to field this time. So South Africa took first use of the batting over there. And Graham Smith and Peterson were the openers at the crease. And Alvaro Peterson in fact Tanvir Ahmed, as I said, 32-year-old new ball debutant from Pakistan, made his debut, and in fact he had an immediate reward, as in his first over itself Tanvir Ahmed struck. He got Alvaro Peterson caught by Misbah-ul Haq, and he was out for 2. So that was the first wicket. So South Africa didn't have a very good start at all, thanks to the debutant Tanvir Ahmed coming there. And in fact Tanvir Ahmed went one better there, as he actually had the very dangerous Hashim Amla caught by the wicketkeeper Adnan Akmal with a ball that took the edge of Hashim Amla, and he was gone for 4. And then more trouble to follow, as Tanvir Ahmed also took the edge of Graham Smith's bat, and Adnan Akmal behind the stumps held the catch, and Graham Smith was out for 10 with 2 fours, and South Africa at that stage were 33 for 3. After that, it was a very huge stand between Jack Scalise and IB de Villiers, and Jack Scalise was absolutely aggressive right from the word go. He decided that he's going to use he's going to really counter-attack the bowling, and that's what he precisely did. In fact, Mohammad Sami's figures, 14 overs, 1 maiden, none for 69, was largely responsible due to Scalise's wonderfully aggressive batting. In fact, he struck him for 6s. And one more good thing that Scalise done in his aggressive batting today was, in fact, he actually welcomed Abdur Rahman with 2 6s, 2 huge 6s of the left-arm spinner Abdur Rahman. And that was the time. And then AB de Villiers was also there playing Hollis strokes. In fact, Scalise was the one which was to look after, because Scalise was the one who was playing all sorts of strokes, and he was looking absolutely absolutely confident in his stroke making, and A.B. de Villiers was complimenting him well with lots of door defense and also playing some good strokes. And this went on, and this partnership was a very huge partnership. This was the partnership which actually rescued South Africa from a precarious situation of 33 for 3, and it took them to 212. And that was the time Tanvir Ahmed, once again coming in and bowling with discipline, actually this time had Jack Scalise wicket, as Jack Scalise was clean bowled by Tanvir Ahmed, and Jack Scalise was out for another century. He has 5 centuries in 4 test matches. He was gone bowled Tanvir Ahmed for 105 of 147 deliveries with 12 fours and 3 sixes, and Ashwell Prince walked in. Ashwell Prince walked in, and A.B. de Villiers and Ashwell Prince took on the score to 268, and well, Ashwell Prince couldn't go much better than that, as Mohammad Hafiz, the right arm off spinner, had him caught by the debutant Asad Shafiq, and Prince was gone. 32 of 65 balls with 3 fours, and they were 268 for 5 at the stage. And finally, South Africa finished the day at 311 for 5, with Mark Boucher not out on 26 with 2 boundaries, but A.B. de Villiers going to another century there, not out on 120 of 231 balls, 11 fours and 1 6, and South Africa, as I said, 311 for 5 on the first day of the second test match against Pakistan at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. The bowling figures, let's talk about Tanvir Ahmed. Tanvir Ahmed was the one who really did it all to South Africa. Took 4 of the 5 wickets to fall there, 16 overs, 2 maidens, 4 wickets for 67 runs. A wonderful debut for Tanvir Ahmed, the right arm medium pacer from Pakistan. Umar Gul, 21 overs, 5 maidens, none for 60. Mohammad Sami got a lot of taps from Jack Scalise, 14 overs, 1 maiden, none for 69. Yunis Khan, 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 11. Abdur Rahman, 29 overs, 7 maidens, 77 runs and 1 wicket, no wicket. And Mohammad Hafiz, 7 overs, 1 for 20. Well, so that is as far as this match is concerned. So let's talk about what's going to happen. Now let's look at first the match between, as I'm having some time here on my YouTube broadcast, let me look at the match, how it is going to pan out. Well, right now India are really holding on the driving seat, I would say, because they have reduced New Zealand to 148 for 7. The main pair was Brendan McCullum and Jesse Ryder, and as India managed to dismiss Jesse Ryder, I would say India absolutely took the honors on the first day. Jesse Ryder, well, now the thing to talk here is Brendan McCullum Saudi at the crease. Now Brendan McCullum being there, that is a plus point for New Zealand, and they could actually push on the score probably to 250 with Brendan McCullum's help. Now if Brendan McCullum stays, that would be good for them, because the batsmen to follow are Chris Martin. You know how many ducks he has in Test cricket. It's like a story going on everywhere as far as Chris Martin's ducks are concerned, and Andy McKay is making his debut. So basically it's very essential that Brendan McCullum stays there and takes the New Zealand score on to 250. So that would actually give them, I would say, it's not a decent score anyway, but still it will give them at least something to bowl at the Indians. So that is as far as this particular match is concerned. Ishan Sharma looking very impressive. As I said, he bowled with lots of pace, and that was good to see. A lot of venom there. Sreesanth was actually nipping in a few, and he was also bowling very nice. They were using the way they were using the bounces was very good to see. Pragyan Ojha always good as ever, and Harbhajan Singh also bowled well. Now looking at the match at Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi between Pakistan and South Africa, I can only talk about Tanvir Ahmed. Tanvir Ahmed was simply superb. One was surprised that at the age of 32 years he's actually making his debut for Pakistan. I feel sorry for Tanvir Ahmed, the right arm medium pacer from Pakistan. The Callis and de Villiers picked up centuries, but Callis' knock was something which was really worth watching there at the Sheikh Zayed, because he was stroking the ball in tremendous fashion, and that was good to see. In a test match, you can't see Callis scoring 105 of 147 balls with 12 fours and 3 sixes, but that was something, a different Jack Scalise altogether in a test match. He has tons of runs, as you know, and I'm sure he has picked up his 35th test century, I reckon. So there's nothing much to talk, dear cricket fans. Probably South Africa will look for a big score, because Boucher also is batting well there, and they might look to get on to 500, because they have Johan Botha could bat a bit, Paul Harris could bat a bit, Dale Steen could bat a bit. So 311 for 5, probably they are aiming at 500 there. Well, dear cricket fans, it has been a pleasure bringing you the cricket happenings from the world of sport in cricket in this early edition of Cricket Happenings. Thanks very much for your company. This is Ram saying cheers. Thank you.